not lying.
You're in?
Yeah. Hey, hey. You just threw me into the recording,
I
Christine.
did. I'm sorry. I mean, we can finish what we were talking about. White Claw?
Hey. No sponsor yet. Yet, I say. Yet. Now, first of all, you brought White Claws. Why do White Claws get you so drunk? I've had one. This is my second, but I've had one. And I was cooking and I was like, I'm bodied. Like,
Is it because it's water? So there's no. Is it because there's no sugars for the body to break down? It's just straight alcohol? Like, I don't know. And especially because it's 5% alcohol. Like
yeah, it's literally 5%. And I feel like it's 13%. Like
yeah.
the strongest beer I've ever had was like the Golden Monkey,
Yeah.
which is really good. And that one's 13.9%. And that'll put you on your ass. This one's only 5. And I don't understand what magic is in this, what juju is in this.
Yeah. It's White Claw, mango White Claw. Throw a shot of tequila in that bitch.
Yeah, I got the mango flavor, so let me
throw a shot of tequila in that bitch. You're gonna have a good fucking night. Do it on a weekend. Do it on a weekend. You're gonna have a good fucking
not to build on what you just said. White Claw gets you like wine drunk. Like it's like a
hazy kind of
like a heat. It's like a
heat.
Like an
Look, guys, I got my nails done.
Ooh, very pretty. Look, guys, I'm still missing 3. I'm still missing 3 days.
Oh my God.
Yo, so I've been like in between events. So I have an event this weekend. So I didn't want to get my nails done last week because I wanted them to look fresh for this weekend. I really should have got them done last week because this has been a situation since last episode. So
what event is coming up?
I have a birthday party, but it's like a dress to impress birthday party. Because now everybody's like, oh, you better pop out. Ooh, we outside. So you just can't be outside anymore. You just can't be regular outside.
Can you say it again?
Ooh, we outside.
Oh my God. You know what? Are we just gonna dive right into our topic?
Yeah. No, and excuse you for my voice. For people that don't know, I'm a part-time swim coach. I am also not part-time, this is part of my full-time job as rec director, but I'm also a swim coach, gym teacher, and all-around child wrangler. So in order to talk to children, you have to talk all the way up here all the time. So by this time of the week, my voice is gone. Not to mention I'm like full-time smoker, so of weed. So I had to add that. I've had to add that. But either way, so like, excuse my voice. Don't judge me, judge your mother. Continue on, Christine.
Continue on with what?
Our topic. We're diving into what it's going to be like.
Oh my God, popping out for the summer. You know what's interesting?
We should name this episode We Outside.
We outside, bitch. You know what's interesting? Summertime. It's so funny because every year people are so concerned about their summer body. Summer body, you gotta look right, summer body. And you know, the gyms and all the people who try and sell you flat tummy teas and all their bullshit gimmicks or whatever to make you thin in time for the summer. And it's just so funny because almost everybody got fat during quarantine. Some people but almost every single person got fat during quarantine.
And that's okay.
And that's
Love
okay.
yourself.
Yeah, that is not me coming for nobody. That's me saying if you are bigger than you've ever been, you better be fucking naked, bitch. I don't give a shit. You better be fucking naked. I want to see those titties, them titties swinging low. I want to see that stomach hanging. Don't let nothing stop you from having a good summer. That's the first thing I want to say.
Facts.
Summer body, guess what? It's summertime and I'm in this body, bitch.
You get what you get and you don't get upset.
That's it. That's it. That's number one. But number two, yeah. It's so funny because people think the pandemic is over, even though it's not, right?
It's definitely over in the United States.
Yeah, we think it is.
No, it's been declared done, kaputs in the past.
And I think it's funny because we had a whole year where nobody did anything. Even if you tried to show out, nobody really did anything. Like, did you see the Shade Room posted prom 2021 pictures? This
No.
like a peacock. Hold on. And it's like,
we'll put up a little insert.
no, I'm about to show y'all bitches right now. Ain't no insert. So, and it's just so funny because it's like, y'all really had to come through.
Wait, relax. She made that or something?
I have no idea.
It's cool.
It's very cool. And that's not me coming. Look at her. Look at this one. Bobby.
All right, Kylie Jenner.
I'm just sitting here like,
all
y'all were like, okay, we had a year where we didn't get to show off. And I know that over the past few, like, let's say over the past decade or so, prom has become, like, because of social media, prom has become more elaborate, right?
Yes, I'm so happy I'm not a high schooler right now because the pressure to excel in this dress would make me want to wear sweatpants.
Yeah. Look at this one. First of all,
wow, who paid for this?
My 18-year-old is not walking out there with her legs all up in that sheer stuff.
Max, these high schoolers don't look like high schoolers anymore.
No. And then, I don't even want to show you this one because it's terrible. But yeah. But yeah, so people are going to, so basically, people are going to show the fuck out this summer, and I'm so excited to see it.
The high schoolers paved the way, for sure.
They started it, and I'm glad. I really want to, like, what events are people going to have now that COVID restrictions are lightening up?
Right, like Juneteenth. I was thinking that earlier today, like Juneteenth really popped off in the pandemic. Mm-hmm. It's not a new holiday by any means. It's something that was always celebrated, but during the pandemic and during that racial ass summer, or the racial awakening to white people about the traumas of being Black, when they got woke over the summer, Juneteenth became a bigger thing. Like, and everyone had these little itty bitty kickbacks. We had our beach day. Shout out to the people that came to that. But it's like, I'm seeing flyers for Juneteenth at Barcode, Juneteenth at like so many different.
MLK or Malcolm X in a do-rag. Y'all all wrong for that. All of y'all.
Oh my God, that is probably that tickled me so much. I saw the exact meme, and if I can find it, I'll put it here. But
it's
niggas was dead ass about their Martin Luther King cucumber eating contest. See, we brought this pandemic on ourselves.
Wait. Repeat what the fuck you just said. What?
Martin Luther King Jr. cucumber eating contest. Remember when girls were like swallowing cucumbers?
The cucumber challenge, yeah.
Yes, they had a Martin Luther King challenge in some club in Atlanta that the girls were being called up on stage to do that for money.
You know, Atlanta used to be seen as the Black Mecca, but I think it's time to shut it down. I think the niggas got to go somewhere else. Y'all getting too comfortable in Atlanta. Y'all doing some wild fucking shit.
Niggas getting way too comfortable in Atlanta.
What the
way?
First of all, that city stayed dirty throughout the entire pandemic. So definitely.
But I mean, first off, their health and lack of devastation kind of makes me concerned about like how deadly this COVID is. Like, not obviously, I'm always like double thinking everything, but why they were doing hot tub parties in the club in March of 2020. Licking and spitting and all in the foam, and yet there's not a ground zero. Like, Atlanta's not destroyed.
I'll tell you right fucking now. pre-pandemic, I would never do that shit.
They had a
So
kiddie pool in the club.
can you see how fucking dirty that water was? Can you imagine how dirty that water was? Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. What the fuck?
Nah, it was disgusting. It was 100% disgusting. But again, Atlanta was not laid waste. You know, like during also like earlier in the summer or earlier in the spring, they were like, don't come down here if you don't have a good immune system. Don't be coming down here fucking up the numbers. We good down here. I'm like,
but the thing is, the numbers were high. I think people think because maybe they're not dying from it that everything is good.
Yeah.
What did they say about that? This pandemic, this disease is all about taking care of somebody else because you might be good.
Right.
That person at the grocery store might have a heart condition they're unaware of. And
right.
they're not good. You know what I mean? Or
right.
You might be good, but then your mama has a heart attack and you go to take her to the hospital and they're like, well, all the beds are taken up.
Right.
So that's what they're saying. It's so ooh, Atlanta. No, let's pick a new city. Let's go back to Houston. Can we make that the Black Mecca?
Houston don't even look that bad no more. It's crazy because Houston used to be the ghetto. Houston used to be the ghetto. It used to be bad. But now Atlanta's like anything goes.
Wait, speaking of Texas. Okay, so recently I went to Florida to visit my parents, right? And on my way back, I was at the airport and there was this guy. He was so cute. Okay, so he was tall.
Okay.
Which doesn't exist anymore. So he was
right.
Like had to be at least 6'4". Oh. And he was see, in my brain, when I was looking at him, he looked lighter than me. But now that I'm on camera, I think we're
Christine.
First of all, fuck you. Okay. Anyway. It was about my complexion.
I'm team dark skin now, Christine. As our viewers can tell, I have been getting my sun. I have been outside with the kitties. I have left team light skin.
I'm gonna keep talking over her.
I've been traded to team brown skin, team chocolate.
Yeah, so anyway, and he was so cute. And you know why I know he was cute is because at one point he had to take his mask off because it broke and they gave him a new one. And I was like, oh my God. And we were like making eyes at each other, but I didn't really whatever. But then when we were waiting in the TSA line, he started flirting. And I was like,
wait, first of all, time out. His mask breaking was God giving you a sneak peek. God was like, oh, she needs to see a little action behind the mask. Boom.
Girl.
And then he ended up behind you in the line for TSA.
Line. And then we started chatting, and then we sort of stopped talking. And then as we were walking, we started walking next to each other again, and we started chatting again. And then my dumbass didn't say anything. And I was just like, all right, here's my gate. Bye.
Christine.
I'm so dumb.
You didn't get any type of contact at all?
No, because I'm still, and I'm like, wow.
Not even an Instagram?
And that's what I was going to ask for, but I'm like, maybe that's creepy. And I'm like, why isn't he?
No, people ask for Instagrams before they ask for numbers nowadays.
Why wasn't he asking me for my Instagram?
Maybe he's like you and was mad shy for whatever reason.
And then, okay, so I did something really, really creepy.
Both of you dropped the ball. Both of you.
I went onto the airline's website and I tried to figure out what flights were leaving from that gate, from that terminal, around the same time as my flight was leaving.
And what did you find?
That went to Texas, and I'm pretty sure he flew into Dallas. So.
Okay. Well, Dallas listeners, we have a manhunt for you. We're looking for Mr. Butterscotch, 6'4". Do you have a beard?
6'4" with a beard and some tattoos, muscular, tall.
What'd you have on?
I had on black, like capri leggings, a black tank top, and a gray cardigan around my hips.
All right, Mr. 6'4". Yeah, your black on gray is looking for you. The one that gave you eyes, heading to terminal number.
It was, we were terminal B or whatever.
B or whatever. You probably headed to Dallas.
You were probably headed to Dallas. I was leaving out of gate B2, and you were like, uh-oh, gotta take out my ticket and find out where I'm going.
Yo, first of all, if you said that as a man, you sound like a girl. Uh-oh, I gotta go. I guess I'll see you later.
No, I was like, okay. I was like, all right. Oh, this is my gate right here. He's like, oh, all right. Let me take out my gate. I don't know. Or take out my ticket. I don't know where I'm going. And then I sat there and I was like, let me. If I think about it real hard, maybe he'll come back to see me. And I didn't think anything of it. And bitch, can you believe when I looked up, I saw him walking by me again, and I didn't get up and say anything. I'm an idiot.
Like I said, Mr. 6'4", this seems like it's meant to be. Email us at bestofbothgirlspodcast@gmail.com.
You won't get to anyone if you email that email.
I was about to say.
You won't get to anyone.
Why don't I know it at this point?
Because you hate me.
There's too many B's. There's too many orders of words.
It's literally Both Girls Podcast.
Mr. 6'4" in Dallas, bothgirlspodcast@gmail.com. She's waiting for you.
Oh my God, like beard. He was just so cute. I ruined my chances. It's okay. I'll never find happiness. Anyway.
What? Christine.
So what I'm really excited for this summer is the movie theaters opening back up.
I think so.
Yeah. No. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm really excited for this summer. Like little things you didn't realize that you like so much. Like the fact that I can't go to a movie theater. For me, that's like I like doing things in public by myself. Going out to bars, going to the beach, going to, restaurants, going to the movies. Every time I say I want to go to the movies, somebody says, no, wait for me to go see that movie. And I say, okay. And then I never get to see it because
that's horrible. That's horrible.
I will be going by myself and not telling anyone. So
the only movie I've ever been to see by myself was the last Star Wars movie, because I didn't know any of my friends that like Star Wars like I do. I love Star Wars, but none of y'all liked it. None of even my guy friend. You like Star Wars like that?
Never seen one Star Wars movie.
Exactly. So it's like, I don't know anyone that likes Star Wars. I've seen all of them. And even Sam was like, I'm not sitting through a 4-hour movie and I have no idea what's going on. Which I understood. So I took myself, and it was very weird for the first 10 minutes. And then I was so excited to be alone. I was so happy.
You know what it is? When I'm in a movie theater, I talk constantly during movies. I'm one of those annoying people.
Me too. No, me too.
But I will say that sometimes I get laughs from the other audience members, so it gives me like a little rush. So
Christine, not with you providing entertainment to the people who paid.
It gives me a little rush, okay? It makes me feel funny. It makes me feel like a performer. So I talk.
You're a star, honey. You're a star.
Talk a lot during movies. So if I go by myself, I can't do that, or I'm gonna seem crazy.
Actually insane.
That's okay. That's okay.
No, when I went to the movies by myself, I was making comments to myself. Mm-hmm. So I was just under my breath, like, oh my God, that's crazy. Oh, that's his sister. That's his sister. Oh, I know what's gonna happen. I know exactly what's gonna happen.
That's okay because it's whispered and everybody does that. That's fine. But I'll be watching what movie did we go to see? Me and my friends went to go see Suicide Squad.
The movie was horrible.
Cara Delevingne was like the witch bitch, and she kept doing this. Every time she came up on the screen, my friend would yell out, "Brujeria! Oh my God, that's brujeria!" every single time. I can't do that if I'm alone. You know what I mean? So I would sound crazy. But she was next to 3 other people, so it's okay for her to do that.
It's not okay for her to do it. Every single time Harley Quinn came on the screen.
Not Harley Quinn, Cara Delevingne.
Oh, this is
the
not
one
Harley
who played
Quinn.
the witch.
But she came on the screen often.
And she did this the whole time she was on the screen. Do you remember that?
And she yelled, real monsters.
She was fucking dancing the whole time. And I was like, that's what witches do? They just they just dance?
Gyrate, that's their spell. My point was that she yelled every time. Brujerias.
Yes.
I would have left the movie and demanded a refund. Because there are demons behind me that are yelling at the top of their voice every time. Like, see, that's disturbing. That's like, I'd be tight if I wasn't in that friend circle.
Yeah, it's part of the experience. You gotta love it.
Only when you're going to see Black movies, though. The experience is different.
Mm-hmm.
Black comedies encourage audience participation.
Yes. One time.
Sorry, let me just finish this thought real quick.
Yeah.
When these little niggas killed Chris Brown and You Got Served, you would have thought.
Chris Brown really died.
Weeping tears.
Oh.
Weeping.
Yo, I once went to see, I'm sure I mentioned this on the show. I'm going to say it again. I don't give a fuck. I went to go see A Raisin in the Sun on Broadway, a classic black play with Denzel Washington as the main character, with a whole bunch of other celebrities.
You told the story.
I just told the story. Yeah. First of all, when Denzel first walked out onto the fucking stage, when I tell you they started screaming like we were at a fucking concert. And I'm like, okay. But the women in front of me, I don't know if their church just did it, if they did it back in their day or what. Every single line that man spoke, they were speaking it with him. Every single line of the play. Yeah. Now see, now why she go and do that with him? And he wants his eggs scrambled. Yep, I know it.
I can't breathe.
I'm like, if they don't shut the fuck up, what the hell is happening?
I can't breathe.
And somebody told me, they were like, but that's Black theater. It was a girl in my class. We went to see it as a class, right? And she looked at me, she was like, but that's Black theater. How could you get mad? And I'm like, yeah, when you're paying $150 for a Broadway ticket, I'm going to get mad. Okay? Black theater, if I'm in downtown Atlanta going to see a Tyler Perry play, I expect it. Not on fucking Broadway, bitch. Shut up. Is that mean? It might be mean.
Oh my God. Whoa, my God. Whew. That was a good laugh. You know what sent me?
Yes.
The imagery. You know when on sitcoms when they introduce a celebrity and they go, woo!
And they have to sit there and they can't say their line for a little bit because people don't shut up? Yep.
That's what I pictured with Denzel walking out and the women going crazy.
Guess what? He kept saying his line. So we missed about 3-4 lines of dialogue because he just talked over it.
He don't give a fuck about you, these aunties. He don't give a fuck.
Woo.
Oh, that was a good laugh.
Oh, man.
Oh, this is why I love you. Ooh, it was a good laugh. Yes. I would rather see movies with Black people than any other people.
Why you say that?
Because even when it's a serious movie, they tend to find the joke in it. And I think that's slavery trauma. But, you know, it teaches you to make everything a good situation. Like, it teaches you to emote, not be afraid of showing emotion.
Emote.
I remember we went to see a movie and something jumped out on the screen and one Black movie, whoa, oh shit.
You see what I mean?
No one else jumped.
Movies, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh shit.
Oh my God.
He was genuinely terrified for the first time in his life. I love our people.
What do you miss
Oh.
most that the pandemic took away that you're hoping comes back? Or you're excited for it to come back? Motherfucker. God damn it.
So there's two ways I could take this. I could take it deep or I could take it like
Take it both
superficial.
ways. We
Okay.
got time? Oh, fuck. No, we don't. Let me plug in my laptop.
Superficially, I want to say I'm looking forward to, I don't know, I don't know what I'm looking forward to superficially. I want people to stay away from me. I don't want to be in packed bars. I don't want to be in packed clubs. I don't want to be shoulder to shoulder with anyone. Concerts is probably the one thing that I'm very excited for to come back. I miss live music. I miss connecting with my favorite artists.
Mm-hmm.
I miss like getting really, really, really wasted and going to a concert. It's just so much fun. I do miss that probably the most superficially.
Mm-hmm.
Deep wise, I'm looking forward to people getting back to not policing people, whether it comes to the mask or vaccines, or if they had COVID or if they didn't have COVID, or if like they're being responsible. Like I'm tired of like the superficial or the consistent policing of what someone else might be doing with their bodies or with their time. Like I'm looking forward to getting to a point where I guess you only wear a mask if you really want to, or if you have to, if you need to protect yourself and no one else has to. But I hope there's no stigma comes from that as well. Like, oh, you're wearing a mask because you're an anti-vaxxer, or oh, you're wearing a mask because you're afraid of a virus that isn't real. Like whatever people have to feel or believe, I hope there's no stigma with that too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm just looking for people not being so scared to share spaces with people.
Okay, that's valid. That's valid. There are, you know what's funny? There are some things that because of COVID, because I had to close that eye for you, because of COVID, I realize, I guess I realize how reckless I was beforehand, and now I just won't be. Like, honestly, I think I'm going to continue wearing the mask in public, at least for a while.
Me too.
Because there's nothing worse than when we were at the height of wearing masks and you would walk in the store and somebody would literally take their mask off, achoo, into their hand, put the mask on, and then keep walking. I saw that one time and I walked out. I walked out of the supermarket.
That's disgusting. Yeah, I'm in no rush. I didn't, knock on wood, I didn't catch anything in this pandemic. Like I didn't catch the cold. I didn't catch the flu. Like I didn't even have the sniffles.
Which really
didn't even have the sniffles.
People who hated the mask, you kind of want to look at them and be like, they must have done something, because a lot of people just really didn't get sick. The times I got sick because I wasn't wearing a mask.
Yeah.
This one time, I'm still mad at him. Xavier, this is for you. I don't know if he listens to the podcast. But we were at my cousin's house for her birthday party, and there was mad people in there. Nobody was wearing masks. I was like, ugh, this doesn't look good.
Was this early?
This was in October, I think her birthday is.
Okay.
So in my brain, I was like, I already had COVID, so whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm on the couch. My little cousin Xavier is on the couch with me. Not little, that boy's 17. He knows better. He's on the couch next to me. Not only that, we're cuddled up under a freaking blanket together. Girl, when I tell you, I got sick as a motherfucking dog. No COVID. But when I tell you, it's one of the worst colds I've ever had. One of the worst colds I ever had.
Yeah.
I'm still for that experience.
That's my biggest worry. I just worry, like, just going out in the world without a mask. Like, one, I feel like my immune system probably took a hit of not getting sick for that amount of time. Because I feel like we're all going to mix and mingle. And now people are going to bring their home germs into places. And we're going to get sick.
I would just, even though they're lifting the mandate, there's nothing that says you can't wear a mask.
Right.
So, I mean, if you don't want to, the law isn't there. I don't give a fuck. I will be wearing my mask.
Same.
Stay 6 fucking feet away from me.
At all times.
Bring you in. That was another thing that pissed me off. Going to the supermarket, I'm trying to go to the fucking bread aisle and there's 20 people in there. And I'm like, are you guys daft? Are you fucking sick in the brain? Get the fuck out of the aisle and go somewhere else until it clears up. Supermarkets, which used to fill me with so much joy. I used to love going food shopping.
Never
Now,
enjoyed it.
oh, I always loved it. I like shopping in general because I always take my time. If I'm shopping on a time constraint, I hate it. But normally I just like to walk through the aisles and pick out what I'm going to eat. And I'm normally on the phone. And I don't know, for me, I don't have a problem with it.
By all means.
It has now given me so much anxiety because there's always somebody right behind you. And especially where I live and where I work, it's a lot of old white people who do the remove the mask, achoo into their hand and put the mask back up. Or they'll be right next to you taking, because listen, I get it. You're 86. Your brain doesn't work as fast as ours. But you really don't know what tuna you need? Is it really taking that long to pick it out? And they just stand there and they look, and I'm like, get the fuck out of my way! And it's just filled me with so much anxiety now. Target's still my happy place, but the regular supermarket drives me crazy. Go on. Mm-hmm.
I sent you a video on your phone about this prank, or not this prank, but this funny video about husbands that wait for their wives to come out of Target and they bet on which one will come out first for money.
If I ever get married, my partner will lose that bet every single time.
No, can we have an honest discussion about
how
the ways? What?
How amazing Target is? Sorry, go on.
How Target's on Beyonce makes you spend money.
Yeah.
And how you definitely just put 5 things on the surveyor belt, but for some reason you spent $74.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know how Christine doesn't like candles, right? Why am I talking about myself in the third person? It doesn't matter. You know how I don't like candles, right? Why did I go buy candle holders? Because they were in the dollar section. And I told myself, you know what? Maybe I'll find a candle that smells good because these are cute. They're somewhere in my apartment, in a fucking box somewhere. Why did I do that? Because I'm an idiot.
No, I think Target sprays something in the air or with the lights, like the red and the white, like something actually puts you into a shopping trance. Like they've perfected the science of getting you to spend money you didn't intend on spending.
Yeah. Yeah. I bought nail polish the other day. I've had my nails done consistently for the past 2 to 3 years, except for one break. Why did I buy nail polish? This wasn't
because
the other
they
day.
got you
2 months ago. Why did I buy nail polish? That was very dumb.
Yeah, no, I'm interested in this Target conspiracy. Listeners, if you have your own Target stories of being hypnotized, drugged, gagged, kidnapped, held for ransom at Target, please let us know.
The thing is, they don't have to do that. They know what they're doing. They don't have to do that. It's just Target.
But not to bounce back to our topic.
Yeah.
What do you think this summer holds I'll ask you for singles and for couples?
There might be a boom in STDs. And that's speaking realistically.
Bloom. The word you chose to use was bloom. That's disgusting.
No, boom.
Oh.
Ew, a blooming STD. I guess if it's a boom, it kind of spreads out the skin.
Nasty.
I'd actually be interested to see if somebody follows that trend. I feel like there's going to be a boom in STDs because I know a lot of people were using Tinder and going out on dates and stuff, but people were still very wary about actually having sex with strange people. Now, before the pandemic, you guys would meet up and fuck raw on the first date. So I don't know what COVID made y'all stop. That's perfectly fine. That's good, actually, that it did that.
Right.
So for single people, there's going to be a boom. Well, and some people in relationships, there's going to be a boom in STDs.
Facts.
I wonder. You know what it is? Because COVID did a lot for people in couples.
Yes.
It either made couples realize that they want to stay together,
in it for life.
Or be together, yeah. Because you saw a lot of people like, holy shit, you spent every day together for the past 6 months and you put a ring on your finger?
There's hella proposals. I don't know if it's just like, oh, you're 30 and all your friends are gonna be proposed to anyway, but it's like boom, 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 marry, 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 marry. I'm like, yo, y'all went through something.
It was a lot. A lot of people are leaving each other. I know there were some couples, some of the like, not famous, but I guess social media famous couples I follow. A lot of them took breaks and then got back together during COVID.
Oh.
Not a lot, but a few of them did. There was one couple that actually announced their separation. They were apart for a few months, and then I would say about a few months into the pandemic, they came back together.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah. A lot of bitches got pregnant, so we're about to see a lot of summer babies and infants.
Yep. There's already a COVID boom. They started talking about it a couple weeks ago, because I guess 9 months from March would be what? April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So between November and the end of the pandemic, which I think is like July, when stores started opening up. So from November to August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So those are all pandemic babies.
Yep.
People that just had babies at the end of April and all the ones that had it from November to April are all COVID babies. They're all COVID babies.
There were a lot of children born in the beginning of this year that are going to, be reaching their some nice, 3, 4, 5, 6 months in the summer.
Yep.
There was for babies that were born in like right before COVID and didn't have exposure to other babies. There's a video that went viral of a 2-year-old that saw a baby crawling and freaked out because she had never seen another child crawl before. And obviously she forgot to.
We're going to see all the papers because these kids, preteens and high schoolers, fucked up. We'll see in 10 years when they're killing each other or killing us. They are fucked up.
You know what's interesting? I was kind of hoping that COVID would have taught us that it's time for us to change our education system. Yeah. Because there are a lot of kids that were also doing school from home, right? This is a global pandemic. But in most of the world, especially the more successful countries of the world, students don't have a 3-month break in the middle of the summer. They in school all year round with breaks for holidays and for random, maybe a week here, a week there, a day here, whatever. But they're in school all year round, which makes sense because most of us have jobs all year round. Even when you think about teachers, most teachers, have to pick up a summer job because they don't make enough money to make it through the year. So instead of doing that, why not make it a year-round thing? Because they allow these kids to still have a summer break, even though COVID messed everything up. You would have thought that they would have just let them continue going through school.
Right.
So I was actually kind of shocked that nobody has made a push for that. I'm trying to figure out who's making money off of kids not being in school over the summer.
Summer camps. I'll raise my hand. Summer camps.
But you make money all throughout the year.
Yeah, I do. But there are summer camps I can employ like counselors and stuff and other people that are part-time.
90% of those counselors are high schoolers or college students.
And they would be in school.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
that's facts. For sure.
It's just so bizarre to me. Like, we could easily find a way to find these people other jobs. There'd be other jobs for them to have. You know what I mean?
I'm more supportive of a summer break. I'm not supportive of a winter break, but I'm more supportive of a summer break because I do believe kids need a break from school. I don't think it needs to be as long as it is now. We get out for like, what is it, 3 months?
4 months.
That's ridiculous. It could be 1 month.
Summer, exactly. Something like that is 1 month over the summer, 2 weeks over winter. You get another in the fall and you get another week in the spring. And then take off days as you need them for like a regular person does. You have your scheduled breaks and then you have days that you take off as you need. That is one thing I thought somebody would have said, hey, let's change the schooling system. Like that's what I was going to ask you before. What is it that you think COVID should have changed? What is it that COVID opened your eyes to?
Oh, that's a good question. I think
Oh, excuse me, I burped.
it opened my eyes to the non-traditional workday.
Okay.
Specifically, like working from home.
Mm-hmm.
That used to literally be a luxury that you had to earn through working 15 years in a company.
Yeah.
And then maybe they'd grant you the ability to work from home 3 days a week.
Yeah.
I never knew anybody in my entire life, my parents included, that worked from home.
Yeah.
Like everyone was drilled into me was you get up at 8, you get out at 9, you get home at 5. Anything later is later. Anything later than that is late. Anything earlier than that is considered early.
Yep.
Like, but with this whole
my own mother, sorry to cut in real quick, my own parents, they've had their jobs before they retired. They were working the same job from the 80s to now.
That's disgusting.
They had never worked from home from the 80s until they retired. And it was the pandemic that forced them to work from home. Yeah. So you're absolutely right.
I love it. I love the flexibility that COVID brought, and I hope it stays. I know millennials are going to demand it to stay. Like they're already polling people, and they're like, if you're having me come back to the office, that's a main deterrent of me leaving your company. Mm-hmm. Like how many days you want me in the office? Because right now, that's not the time I'm on. So I really hope it stays. I really hope every industry can find a way to be remote. At the same time, I really value in-person stuff. So I hope we find a healthy balance. But I think the flexibility from work from home, unlimited vacation days, all these things, like I feel like COVID really jump-started. Mm-hmm. And I hope these changes really like stay forever.
I love it.
I think it's going to.
The idea of having only 2 to 4 weeks of vacation, depending on how long you've been at a company, never really made sense to me because I'm like, if I need to take off, let me take off. Why do I need to, you know what I mean? Like, why do I need to, I have a set number of days. So if something happens and it's not an emergency and I can't use my sick time, after a week or two, now I have to start losing money.
Right.
Like, is that 2 weeks salary really doing so much to the company that you need to fucking keep it?
Not if you're doing your job and you prepare your company for you to be out. Like, that's my thing. Like, I hope more employees are like, yo, you want to go on vacation to Cancun, right? Instead of using all your vacation days, you can use 5 work from home days where you work from Cancun. And then after that, you use your vacation days. I'll be like, sure, I will work from Cancun for 3 days out of my 14-day vacation to save me my vacation days. Like there has to be
something, because when you think about it, how many people are really going out of their way to take a month off of work? Not a lot of people. The only people who do that are people who are going home to countries that are far away to visit their families. You know what I mean? A lot of Indians or African people will do that. But besides that, for me to say, damn, I wish I could have a week off, but I don't have enough days. That's fucked. Damn.
Or those people that go home or take their whole month at one time, that means that employee is working straight through the rest of the year. Like, do you want an employee who literally can only be out for 1 month and then that's it? They're burnt for the 11 other months of the year.
Thank you. Like, this is not how humans are supposed to work, and they know that. And then that's the other thing that gets me so irritated with some of these jobs. Like, a job like mine where, you know, there's a lot of downtime in my job, even though the higher-ups hate to hear that. But it's like, there is. If my clients aren't behavioral, they just need supervision. They can't be in the house on their own. There is a lot of downtime on my job. Right. On a 10-hour shift, we're only working for about 3 of the hours. 7 of those hours is supervision. You know what I mean?
They sleep and stuff.
Exactly. And even during the day, if one client is playing on her tablet, the other one's watching TV, and the other one's reading a book, what are you doing?
What are you supposed to do to them?
Lunchtime's over. You don't have to give them meds. What are you doing? You know what I mean? So it's like, so my job, it makes sense. They still need supervision. But think about that, how much downtime a job like mine has, and I'm offering direct support to a client. Imagine a job where you're literally at a computer answering emails all day.
You could do that from anywhere.
If we're going to keep the shortened, like, 2 to 4 weeks of vacation a year, then why don't we make a shorter work week?
Thank you. That was going to be my very next thing. Like, my next push is for the 3-day weekend to be permanent.
Yeah.
2 days is not enough.
No.
It's not enough for anyone. Something has to give. Either schools have to go year round so we don't have to pay for daycare in the summer, or my work day has to get shorter so I can spend time with my kids and not have them in the summer, or I need to be paid more and given more vacation days so I can actually do something with my kids and not have them not know who the fuck I am.
Allow us to actively participate in this terrible system we have called capitalism. But
right.
People, why aren't we allowed to be people if this is the lifestyle that was forced upon us? That's not fair. And we're asking for changes that are not going to do anything to these billionaires that own these companies. We're asking for changes that will do nothing to their money, but
it'll
just
make them more money.
The system, it's changing the idea of things. People don't want to do it. And it's like, damn, y'all are that afraid of change. You won't do something that benefits the people just because you're afraid. Afraid of what? Because we're seeing other countries doing it and we're seeing the benefits.
Facts.
Why would
Facts.
I do it?
Just for the sake of staying regular, for the sake of not putting the work in to actually enact that change, not putting the thought or the brain cells to figure out how it could work.
Exactly.
Because they don't see it in the long term. In the short term, it might not benefit them. It might not be an equal exchange of energy. Yeah. But in the long term, it's like if you add an extra day to that weekend, niggas is going to spend money on the extra day. Like, people are going to go out a third day every weekend and spend money at the mall, at the car dealerships, at wherever you need them to spend money.
And then when they come back, when they know they only have a 4-day week, they're going to be what they see is that employees have higher job satisfaction. They're more energized at work. They're less tired, and they're more excited their productivity is up because they're not expected to sit at their desk Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, doing nothing when they know that all of their work can be done between 9 and lunchtime. So they're literally sitting there trying to figure out what the fuck to do between 1 and 5 o'clock.
Right. And even if you add those extra hours to the other days of the week, more than happy to do that. Oh, yeah. Again, we will only become more efficient. But the bullshit meetings will go. COVID already killed the bullshit trips niggas was taking. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm gonna fly to Brussels to take a 90-minute meeting and then just stay for 3 days.
That is something somebody mentioned that they thought was interesting. COVID got rid of the idea of traveling for business.
Yeah.
So what do those companies do? I think somebody, I was listening to NPR and then something happened. I was driving in Florida. I probably got angry at somebody. But they did mention that, you know, the air travel is going to change because there's a big component of it that's now gone. Do you really need that business plane anymore? No, you're not sending anybody anywhere anymore. You know, these air travel. The fucking ticket prices are ballooning and it's driving me crazy. It cost me almost $300 to go down to Florida.
That's disgusting. That trip was dead ass $60 one way.
Yep.
60.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not flying nowhere till the winter. I'm not flying nowhere. I want to, but I mean, at this point, the Jersey Shore is going to be fine because it's 91 fucking degrees in May.
I'm still trying to figure out why we had hot weather and then it dropped down to the fucking 30s and then it came back up again. But whatever.
With a vengeance. It came up with a vengeance.
Jesus Christ. My AC wasn't working. It was hot. But yeah, you're right. So what do you plan to do this summer now that the restrictions are basically gone?
Keep niggas away from me. I just want to.
What do you plan to do?
Go to the beach more. My pool is opening, so be at the pool. Mm-hmm. Just be outside. I love being outside. I get so refreshed by sunlight. It really like changes my whole outlook on everything. Mm-hmm. This summer's just mad different. Like I get to like smoke legal weed this summer. Like I know what to expect from camp, so I'll be out early. Like it's just, I love it. I think.
Speaking of weed. Do you know anybody who sells edibles?
We can talk after this.
Shit, it's legal now. We can talk about it now.
Right. Never mind. His name is.
But okay.
No, actually, I don't. I don't even want to hold you in suspicion. I don't.
So you was going
I was gonna wait till after the podcast to say, yeah, no, I was
over.
capping.
Podcast over. Now I'm mad. I'm mad. What the fuck? Okay.
All right, I have to go to the bathroom. So
Come on, yeah.
Ooh, 1 hour 27.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So basically, COVID-free summer. Not really, y'all. Please, what we're really trying to say is you have to still. Fuck. All right, I got stuck. Oh my god, the farts are literally slipping out of my asshole. I wanted to share that with everybody. What? What?
Oh, that was a car. I thought I heard you for. I was like, Christine, we're on the.
No, that was a motorcycle.
I was like, yo, we have to cut this.
If I'm farting so loud that you can hear my ass cheeks vibrating against my cloth chair, I need to go see a fucking doctor. Like, no.
That'd probably be so painful.
Right? Bubbling and shit.
I also sent you a video earlier today of someone trying to chug seltzer water without burping.
Is that the video where they go, help?
You've got to watch it. You have to watch. He's like, what do I do? What am I supposed to do?
Oh, I love seltzer so much. I would never do that. Somebody said it's like drinking static. And they said that.
Sam believes that. My boyfriend believes that as well. I think his tastes are just not refined enough to feel the pops of berry.
I get a lot of lime and lemon lime, and I get a lot of the citrus flavors: lime, lemon, orange. Every once in a while, I'll go for a black cherry.
I'm about to say black cherry, that girl. Black cherry is that girl.
She is that girl. Sometimes I just get it plain. Sometimes I just want some sparkling, some spicy water.
No, I judge you for plain seltzer.
They literally have
serial killer.
They literally have plain hard seltzer. I wanted to try it.
That's disgusting. So it's bubbly vodka. That's what you want to drink.
It's not vodka. I don't know whatever the alcohol is that they put in there. It's not vodka. It's just bubbly. Who doesn't love bubbles? Literally, beer. Oh my god, bubble tea, bubbles.
Alcoholic bubble tea. Alcohol.
There's a new bubble tea shop in New Brunswick called Bubbleology. I don't know if they'll have it in New Brunswick, but their New York location has bubble tea cocktails.
We have to go.
Yes. And they have this like sparkling tea drink with bubbles in it. Yes. Okay. I wanted to mention that.
Listeners, follow us on Instagram. We're going to go and we're going to record how excited Christine. It's going to rock her world, basically.
I'm a little too excited. We should do some fun trips and bring them back to this podcast this summer. Local trips. Fun local trips.
That'd be fun.
Right?
I want to do.
Yes.
Oh my God.
What do you want to do?
This is what I want to do.
Tell me what you want.
I want to dress up like old women and go out to the bars.
I've seen 3 videos of it and I'm always jealous that it's not me and my friends. Please.
Yes, I'm down.
Please.
I'm down.
Please. Yes. Okay. I will buy a cane.
I will too. I'll buy the dress, the muumuu, the wig.
The wig. Oh my God. Some pillows to put in my butt.
Oh, we're going to break it down.
Please. Yeah, we're going to have some fun this summer, guys. So basically, this episode, don't look at me pick my nose. I'm not picking.
Very shoot the shit episode.
Yeah, we're excited for summer. We're excited for there to be less restrictions. But that's what I was going to say before, y'all. You really still have to stay safe. COVID is still out there. You have to stay safe.
Okay? Yeah, it's people are still catching it. I'm hearing friends that are still catching it, still getting sick. They're not dying, not going to the hospital, but you don't know if that could be you or better yet, you carry it to someone else.
Exactly.
So just do what you have to do to keep yourself safe. It's possible. Wearing a mask and washing your hands is actually excellent prevention. Taking your vitamins, getting sunlight, eating right, also excellent preventions. If you feel like getting vaccinated, by all means, do what you got to do, but that does not stop you from getting it. Dun, dun, dun. It just stops you from feeling too bad. So still be safe.
Yeah, still be safe, y'all. And real quick, before we end this episode, I just want to say, with all the conflict going on, Israel-Palestine conflict, I don't want to touch too much on it.
No.
But I will say that I don't agree with what's happening. I'm not an anti-Semite because for some reason, and this is the biggest issue I have, when somebody mentions the atrocities that the Israeli government is committing, they're automatically branded an anti-Semite.
Right.
Me not agreeing with a government killing innocent peoples does not mean I don't agree. It does not mean that I do not support the citizens of that country.
Correct. There's no reason, I mean, to each his own. There's no real reason for me to hate Jewish people. There's no reason at all. Like, I work with Jewish people, so it's just like, it doesn't make sense. It's just sad what's going on both sides. I don't know what's going on. I don't know fully what's going on. I know that there are two sides being told, and I believe there's an agenda for both sides. And it's not for me to say who's right or who's wrong. But what's wrong is the death of kids, the death of people on both sides, the loss of life over something so trivial, such as borders, invisible borders to land that we were all given.
Borders have already been divvied out, but one country won't give back. The issue is, at the end of the day, there is an agenda on both sides, but what the Israeli government is doing, because they're the ones that have the control and have the official army, what the Israeli government is doing is wrong.
That's true.
I just want to take that stance.
Yo, I 100% agree. 100% agree. What oppressing a people is oppressing a people. Exactly. Stepping on little people, kicking people when they're down, over exerting your hand, over showing your hand, denying ceasefires, not wanting to actually put an end to suffering in exchange for diplomatic talks is wrong.
It's wrong. It's a fucking problem.
No matter who you are, no matter how just your cause.
Yeah, because I mean, because we've seen situations like this play out throughout history with other countries, with other oppressed peoples, and just because this country was granted this land as a result, or not as a result, but secondly, just because this country was granted this land, mostly as a result of the issues that occurred to their people in Europe, doesn't mean that they get to now do the same things to other people. And that's
at all
directly to the government. Just because you say that's what you deserve, and this is speaking very broadly, everybody, but just because you say this is what you deserve doesn't mean that killing innocent people is going to do anything about it. Especially when there have been talks, and like you said, there's a refusal to cease fire. There's a lot of things going on. We're not 100% educated on the issues. We know about the broad scheme of what's happening.
Right.
And it's scary and it's sad.
Yeah. It's really sad.
And we hope that something can come to an end soon. We're hoping that what it really comes down to is these talks. These diplomatic talk, these peaceful talks that we talk that has been suggested for decades and just hasn't happened.
Something's got to give. Like the cycle of oppression, survival, trauma, regression, and then extremism is a crazy cycle. I don't understand why you don't think that no one's going to survive these attacks. The kids that survive these attacks and watch their mom die, their brother die, their whoever die, and has blamed someone else for it, for wrong or for right, might blame people for their religion for doing it, might blame people for wearing a certain thing or for being from a certain place, and hurt thousands of people that had nothing to do with why they're hurt. Like, that cycle is ridiculous. And because when that extremist attacks a country and causes damage, that country reacts and tries to annihilate the country that the extremists came from, in turn creating more extremists.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's a vicious and dangerous cycle. And but bombing random towns, apartment buildings, and city centers, and basically saying, well, we think the extremists are there without any regard for the actual people that are living there. There's something wrong. So it's what we're basically trying to say is our hearts go out to those people. We're not, I'm not sure what we can do but spread awareness of what's going on and encourage everybody, just like we're going to do, research more, read more, keep an open mind. Like Melissa said, there are agendas on both sides, but there is, like I said, I'm #Free Palestine, because there is a government and an army that's doing the initial attacks. You know what I mean? And it's, or that did the initial attacks, is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Educate yourselves, guys. There's some crazy shit going on in this world, and it's not good to walk around ignorant.
No, at least pick a side. Proudly. You could pick the side of stupidity. Just be proud about it. Be knowledgeable in your stupidity.
You know what? I used to be on that side. I don't agree with that anymore. Educate yourselves. If you're finding all your education from USA America is awesome.net, you're not doing the right Googling. Okay, if you're getting all your information from Facebook posts or Instagram posts, you're not getting the right information.
No.
Go out there, educate yourselves, and that's it.
I enjoyed this episode. This is
I like talking with you.
27?
I don't know, probably 27. 27.
I enjoyed it. But thank you, Christine. My name is Melissa.
Her name's something. I don't know.
My name is Melissa. At Melly Hort on Instagram. And this is...
I'm Christine. I'm at Vive Now on Instagram.
Yeah, and then Christine's going to give you the information as usual, because I'm clearly incompetent. You can follow us on Instagram at
Both Girls Podcast.
You can follow us on Twitter at
Both Girls Pod.
Ooh, and then you can shoot us your emails with your DMs of questions or anything like that at
BothGirlsPodcast@gmail.com.
It's really mad simple. I don't understand why I can't.
She actually refuses. I think she just doesn't like me. That's it.
No, I mentally block it out. When she says it, I'm like, pretty hungry. Follow us on Twitter at, I have an itch behind my ear.
She's admitting. Wow.
We'll catch you guys next time. Thank you for joining us. Hope you have a blessed week. See ya later.
Peace. Peace, bitches.
Peace in the Middle East.
Peace, bitches.